This is how you're going to have the biggest glow up ever, get hotter, get richer in every way possible. This is part of my glow up series, how to become your highest self. And this is astrology edition. In this video, I'm going to dish out absolutely everything you need to know to become the best version of yourself using your own birth chart. Absolutely everything. I'm going to go through everything. So let's start out with like beauty and fashion. You want to be the most confident. You want to be the most attractive person, hottest person in every single room you walk into, most alluring, most magnetic. Start doing your makeup as your rising sign. Start dressing your overall aesthetic and your vibe as your Venus sign. And then also incorporate your Lilith placement into the mix of all of these. Your rising sign, because your rising sign represents your outward appearance. It represents how others view you as. It represents also how you perceive others to view you as. It's also at the cusp of your first house, right? First house in astrology represents you. It's the only house that's all about you. It's about your body, about your appearance, about your relationship with yourself, your identity, absolutely everything. That is why I always say makeup as your rising sign. Now, Venus represents divine feminine energy. Art, aesthetics, beauty, love, the most magnetic placement that you have in your birth chart. Once you start to like embody the energy of the sign, these placements, you start to embody the energy that is you. You already have this energy within yourself. Now, everyone always has their different opinions of rising sign as fashion or Venus as makeup. This is what I do, and this is what I think is the most accurate. I do like rising sign for makeup, but I can also say that if you use your rising sign as your fashion and you use your Venus sign as your makeup, you mix all those up as well as your Lilith sign, which represents your dark feminine energy. You mix all of these three things together. That is when you get personal. That is when you start to vibrate at a frequency that is the most alluring and most unique to you. So play around with it, mix them all together. Now, if you want to glow up physically, like physically become the hottest version of yourself, if you want to lose weight, if you want to get toned, whatever, look into your Mars placement. This is also going to show you like your sexual energy. Mars is a planet of action, getting things moving. It's of like your physical body actually moving. So when you look into your Mars placement, it can tell you the best workouts for your body to do to get the results that you want. For example, if you're a Cancer or a Pisces Mars, you want to be doing more of like a low impact workout, nothing like HIIT, nothing too intense, nothing like running, more like yoga and Pilates, walking 10K steps a day. Versus if you're like a Scorpio or an Aries rising, you want to be doing more intense workouts like solid core, a more intense form of Pilates, Legree, boxing, kickboxing, something that you can really like out your emotions, take out your anger every time you work out. Let's talk wealth and making the most amount of money, getting rich. Okay, there are 3 houses I want you to look at in your birth chart. I want you to look at your 2nd house, your 10th house, and your 6th house. If you want to be the most successful, have a legacy that you want to leave in your career, you're going to want to look at your 10th house, but more specifically, your 10th house ruler. Especially look at your 10th house if you don't know like what type of career path would be best for you. Now, look at your 2nd house, more specifically your 2nd house ruler, to figure out how to make the most amount of money that you can make in this lifetime. 2nd house represents your finances, your abundance. It's the house of money. When you look at the 2nd house ruler, it will tell you how you can have an opportunity to make the most amount of money. Now, your 6th house is your everyday habits. It's what you do on every single day that leads up to your success and how much money you make. So you also want to be looking at your 6th house. Once you look at all these house rulers, you have them all together, compare all of them, bring them together. It will give you a story. It will give you a lot. That's what I did. I started making 7 figures right at 25 after I started implementing my birth chart into my success, into my career journey. To get even more deeper, look at your North Node in your birth chart, because this is going to tell you your soul's purpose. Your North Node journey is one of the most important journeys you can go down if you are into astrology. I've talked about it before in previous videos, but it is so important and vital to a globe journey. Another thing that is so important and should be the number one thing that you do in any glow up journey, look into your Chiron placement. A lot of astrologers don't take Chiron into consideration for like anything because it's not a planet, it's actually an asteroid. It's an asteroid that represents our wounded healer. The number one thing you need to do in any glow up to become your highest self, to become a better version of you, you need to heal. You need to do the work from within first. You need to face your shadow side, which is also doing Lilith work as well. But Chiron will show you the wounds that you carry from childhood, from trauma, from past lives. But these are things that you need to work on in your birth chart. It's literally just like this X in your birth chart that tells you you need to heal this area of your life. It's so important, and especially right now we have a huge opportunity with this full moon in Aries coming up next week, October 17th. It's in conjunction with Chiron in the sky, meaning that we have direct access into this work with Chiron. Utilize the energy, especially in your glow up journey. I did make a workbook for you guys for the full moon in Aries to utilize this energy to glow up. It is a glow up workbook, a little different than my other one, but it has everything you need. It has journaling prompts, shadow work prompts made for your own specific Chiron placement, as well as what house the full moon is going to be transiting on October 17th and how it's going to affect you specifically. It's for each specific birth chart. If you guys want to download that, since that download in my bio, there's also meditation rituals, releasing cleansing rituals, identity work, absolutely everything you need for a glow up. You're glowing up from within to glow up on the outside. Now, I've absolutely been loving this glow up series, Becoming Your Highest Self series that I just started on my channel. I love glowing up. It is one of my favorite things in the whole world, especially glowing up with astrology. It's one of my favorite things about astrology, and I love sharing it with you guys. So you're going to be seeing a lot more videos in this series. And let me know if you want me to like touch up on anything that, like doing your makeup as your rising sign, like doing specific videos to show you actual makeup looks for each rising sign. I did start that like 6 months ago. I think I did 3 rising signs already, but I can do all of them for you guys, as well as just like videos how to dress as your Venus sign. And then obviously all of my other little glow up secrets, tips, and tricks. I love you guys so much. And don't forget that my workbook is available for pre-order right now in my bio. I love you guys.